Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we'll be looking at a game between Mikhail and Bobby Fischer. It was a very great game in the Sicilian defense Naira variation. So it goes like this: e4, c5, knight f3, d6, 4 cd4, knight into d4, knight f3, knight f6, knight c3. So all this is natural. And here there's come up a very great move by Bobby Fischer. Pause the video and please find it. So for those of you who are able to do it, it's just f4, because this is a great thing that this man did. Bobby Fischer, one of the greatest champions, did this, and he still lost the game. Then Tal took the challenge. Now he takes the bishop. We have castles. G6, f5. Now what happens if you take e into f5? Let's see what happens. Tal took g into f5, but I'll show what happens if you just take e into f5. You get bishop d5, that, because then everything goes away. You have knight captures, bishop captures, queen to d4. Everything is hanging over here. So this is what happens. Then after we block that, first you play bishop g5, bishop e7, protecting the knight, captures, and now you capture now you give check. After that you capture the ace and rook, and white is winning. So after g into f5, we have knight into f5, then Tal just saves his rook. We have bishop to d4, bishop to d5, we have rook to a7, captures, rook e7, bishop captures on c8, queen captures on c8, and now we have bishop to f5, f4. We have queen to c6, and now there's a variation. What happens if you take now queen to f3? We have queen captures, bishop captures on d6. Now if you play something like rook d7, protecting your rook, then you get rook a2, e1 check, king check, king moves, check. So all this happens and then checkmate. So this is easily winning for white. So going back, you can do this. So we have queen to c6, we have bishop captures, queen to b6 check, forking the bishop and the rook. We have king to h1, captures, then we have queen to c6 check. Here the best move was to play rook a to e1 check, but Tal smiled at Fischer, and Fischer thought that Tal has something in store for him, so he didn't play that move, which was a big blunder from him, because you had to play it. So rook a to e1 was there. Queen to c6 gives a good defense for black, so this simply doesn't work. So queen to c6 check, rook d7, rook a1 check. This had to be done before. So bishop e7, rook captures, the rook sacrifice. Now rook e6 check. Now there's something. If you go king to a, then this is just checkmate. The bishop is pinned. So you have to go king to f8. Then bishop captures, and now there's a good move for Tal. Please find it. For those who are able to find it, it's actually queen to d6. Tal gives a queen, tries to give away his queen. So for a queen trade, and it would be very nice for Tal now. So Fischer declines. That, that, check, there, there, there. And now Fischer worries about this queen bishop battery here, so it can be dangerous. So he plays captures, captures, and g3, preventing that. So now Tal has to just this exchange queens and win the game. So that, and now good move for Tal. Please find it. So it's actually rook to b6. We have king to g2. Both players bring their king into the game. And now bishop. We have king to e2, king to d5, king to d3. We have bishop to f6. We have rook to c2. And now again a good move for Tal. Please find it. For those who are able to find it, congratulations, it's actually rook to f6. This is completely winning for Tal. So we have rook to c2, rook f3 check, king to e3, king to e2, and then rook f7. We have king to d4, bishop to d4, a3, b3, rook to that. He sacrifices the pawn, there's no other thing to do. That, check, check, that, that, check, that, and there. And now this is a forced win for Tal. If you find it, congratulations, please find the move. So it's actually after rook to b5, Tal plays rook to a1, we have a4, and after b2, Bobby Fischer resigns the game, because if you take the rook, then this comes with check from the queen. And if you think like you move your king and then try to stop this pawn, then you get rook to c2 and there's no stopping this pawn from promoting to queen. So this is what happens, and Tal won the game very nicely. Bobby Fischer tried to become Tal, and he tried to defeat Tal with the same strategy that Tal uses. So very interesting game. So if you liked it, please like and subscribe.